This is a demonstration of water sample preparation for the coliform analyzer assay, in this case using a large 100 cc syringe as our means of pulling a water sample. The disposable elements of a water test that will be provided for each sample preparation kit are the filter. This is an inline filter cartridge, got protective covers on each end of this device, and a piece of tape covering a little hole, or it's the vent on the top of this inline filter. This is a water sample bag, whirl pack. I have one here preloaded and ready to use for this sample demonstration. And for our media preparation, we have a syringe pre-filled with water, which I've got colored fluid in here so that you can see the as a simulation of for our demonstration purposes, and it's got a pointed tip on it. Media, a vial with frozen or freeze-dried media lyophilized inside, and an aluminum sealing cap on the top of it. And then this is a little vial protectively containing up in the cap a white plugging agent, sealant, that you'll see in a moment, and that's kept clean and protected in there. So the first operation I'm going to do would be to rehydrate media using our sterile water. I'm just going to use a plain vial that's already got, this is the whole aluminum cap has been taken off. But you would take the cover off of your syringe, insert the pointed needle into the rubber septum, inject the water into the vial. The lyophilized product will dissolve almost instantly, and so then when after a little shaking you can pull the sample back out, your media, and that's actually enough to do the test, so we'll call that done. You can put the protective shroud now onto the tip of the syringe, and we'll leave that for a second. The next step will be to filter your water sample. The bag has got a label on it with protecting an area at the bottom where we're going to do our extraction from. So I'm going to remove that. I have a little stand here just to hold this up vertically. I'm going to attach that. Take your syringe filter, and we will remove the protective tip from the inlet end of it. And we're going to leave the tape covering the vent. You can remove the shroud from the outlet end, attach the syringe to the filter cartridge, and then pierce the bag, and water should flow up into the filter and pull it via the syringe manually out of the bag. Now it's coming as I'm talking. I'll go ahead and talk through this process, which can take about a minute or a minute and a half, 2 minutes to do the withdrawal. And the reason that the bag is in an upright position is so that if I happen to get any air into the filter cartridge, that can be easily removed by the fact that we've got some positive pressure in this column of water that's standing above the tip of the filter, which since the filter is piercing the bag at the bottom, we really shouldn't draw water, any air at all. We should be just getting water out of our bag. So I'm about halfway through the sample right now. This is working okay. I don't have any air that I can see in the filter cartridge itself. The bag is flattening, it's collapsing, and I'll keep pulling on this. Okay, we're just about done. Now when your aspiration or sucking of the fluid is done from your water bag, take the syringe and the filter out of the bag. Take your media that's dissolved in your delivery syringe. Remove this tip from the filter cartridge. Now take your media, put that tip into the inlet of the filter, and I'll shoot the media into the filter, and you can see it going into the filter, and you want to chase it through with air. That's exactly what you want. You can pull a little bit on the outlet syringe. When all the media is in, you can now pull this out, pull on that and make sure that there's no media up in there. And that separates from our syringe, and we now have our filter, and we're ready for the sealant. You remove and expose the cap. You push that end of the tube into the sealant, give it a little turn, and you've cored out a plug of the white material. Your sample prep is now done. You can take the ID tag off of your water sample and now apply that to your filter, and the cartridge is ready to go into the coliform analyzer to begin your test. It's the end of the operation. Thank you.